What's up, all my fellow speedsters and all manhumans throughout the multiverse? It's Kevin here. Welcome back to another reaction on the channel. So today we're going to be reacting to Stargirl Season 1, Episode 6, I believe. Damn, we are almost halfway through the season. It's crazy. But anyway, last episode was the Hour Man and Dr. Midnight episode, or Dr. Midnight and Hour Man. I can't remember what the order was in the title, but yeah. Beth is still gonna. I think Beth needs a little time to grow on me, just because I just don't really see her as Dr. Midnight. Oh god, that's actually right in my face. Alright, that's a little better. Because she doesn't really feel like Dr. Midnight to me. She kind of just stumbled upon it, so I think she needs to have an arc to earn that title, because to me, she doesn't really fit that role, in my opinion. I know I'm going to get hate for that, she just doesn't really seem like the hero type, at least. And she didn't, I kind of liked what they did with her character, but at the same time, she just doesn't seem all that interesting. I mean, her parents aren't there a whole lot, but it's not like they're dead or anything, because I think Our Man, is his name Rick? Rick Tyler? Yeah, I think it's Rick because his dad was Rex. But Rick and Yolanda are so far the best written character so far on the hero side. Icicle so far is like the only legitimately good villain so far that we've had. Because the other villains haven't really gotten a whole lot of backstory, so I'm wondering if we're going to get some more of that. Like Brainwave, I mean, he was a little intimidating, but he didn't seem all that interesting to me. He just kind of seemed like another generic villain. The Wizard, I actually really liked what they did with his character, and I'm really sad they killed him off so early. Because I wish they had some type of arc with him, and Grundy doesn't really have a character, so... Yeah, by the thumbnail, it looks like the Justice Society the new Justice Society will face off against Sportsmaster and Tigress, potentially some other characters. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with Dragon King, because I think in the comics, he has a daughter who is Sydney, I think. So I'm wondering how they're going to do with Sydney, because Sydney so far just seems like that typical popular mean girl, you know? So I'm wondering if she's going to have some type of, I don't want to say arc, but maybe some type of focus later on. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I really did like what they did with Rick's character. And I hope he dives deeper into the hero stuff, and he discovers more about his parents. Like, all the stuff that Rex, his dad collected, Pat, I almost forgot his name. Pat already has, he has his journal and everything, so maybe Courtney goes sorting through those things and finds it and gives it to him or something. And maybe he finds, through their missions, he discovers more and more about his hero heritage in a way, and maybe he slowly develops as a character instead of just, vengeance and all that. And I actually really like what they're setting up with his character, because I just think then an entire team of goody two shoes, is just really boring. That's why I like teams like the Avengers or the Justice League, not the movies, but in the comics, that always butted heads, how they have different ideals and all that, and that's what I really love. I think that's what makes a great team, and that's why I think they're going with this new team, and I really did like it. I'm very curious to see what they will do with Rick's character, because so far I think his character has kind of beaten Yolanda in terms of best backstory so far. I actually really like Yolanda's character in the Wildcat episode, and I can't wait to see both of those characters develop. I'm also curious to see what's going to happen with Cameron, who is the son of Icicle, because I'm having a couple theories. Either he will... I feel like it's too predictable that he's going to follow in his father's footsteps, so I also think it's too predictable that he's going to join the heroes, so I'm very curious to see how that goes. I'm actually more curious with Henry's character, because I think I saw a comment in one of my previous videos saying that Henry is a hero in the comics, but I also saw a reply to that saying that wasn't true. So tell me, educate me, is Henry a hero or a villain in the comics? Because it could go either way. They could go a completely different direction. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, some of you also answered my questions in terms of the other guy with the gun and the coin. A couple people told me that that was the gambler. Thank you all, because I had no idea who that guy is. In fact, I still don't know who that guy is, so I'll probably like Google him on like the DC wiki and see what his character is all about, and then I'll probably add that to the discussion. But yeah, what else? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there was the Halloween party, but that didn't really have too big of an impact. I'm very curious to see how they're going to develop Our Man's powers, though, because I think in the comics, he does have like enhanced abilities for an hour, but I think he can also see into the future for an hour. I believe. I could be wrong on that one, but I'm pretty sure that's one of his powers. So maybe they'll slowly develop his powers over time, because I think it's already kind of different, because I think in the comics he has like a drug that gives him his powers for about an hour, and here it's just kind of just the hourglass, so I'm hoping we get a bit more backstory on that. I'm really hoping we get at least one episode of just about the original Justice Society, because that would be pretty cool. But we'll see, and I've already been rambling long enough. I can't really think of anything else to wrap up. I mean, we saw the Fiddler in action, but that was like a very short scene at the end. Oh yeah, before I continue, we did see the lantern glow up at the very last scene. So I'm wondering if that's setting up potentially bringing in a Green Lantern. But it does beg the question, this is Alan Scott's Lantern, so, and I'm pretty sure Alan Scott's Green Lantern's powers works a little differently than the Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps and the modern day Green Lantern stuff. So I'm wondering if they're gonna play along with that. I'm very curious to see how that works. Because someone actually told me in the comments how different is Alan Scott's Green Lantern to Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart and all those other Green Lanterns. I'd like to hear all your guys' thoughts on that. And please correct me on certain errors that I make. And also drop some comic book knowledge for me, because I don't really know too much about the Justice Society characters. I know more about like the more modern day storylines, like Crisis, Infinite Crisis, 52, and a lot of other different storylines, Convergence. But I don't really know too much about the Golden Age heroes. So some people tell me in the comments, because I really like DC Comics, and I like to expand my knowledge on those stories. So also, if you guys want to recommend me some old Justice Society storylines, because I can even review those. But anyway, I'll probably get into that stuff a little later in the review part of the video. But anyway, this is Stargirl Season 1, Episode 6. Let's get right into the reaction.
What's it do?
Well, thankfully, nothing without its ring. What were you thinking, stealing all of this?
I wasn't stealing it.
Okay, so the ring is gone. Okay.
Wow.
You stole it.
Okay, they're setting something up with the pen. They've given that pen a little bit of focus in the past couple episodes as well. That pen's gonna come into play at some point in the season, I have a feeling. Oh, is it like the anniversary of his wife's death? Because he didn't reach over. So that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe next time you'll remember to lift with your legs.
Yeah, maybe next time they can hire.
Oh damn, they actually killed him. I thought they were just gonna beat the crap out of him.
What is this, like the third coach in 2 seasons?
Hey, the jerk had it coming, okay?
Real one. Can we talk?
Okay, now watch this part.
Alright, I like how they're like full on friends now.
Did you know right before the Castillo fight they did? He came back a champion.
Oh no,
Wow,
this is
he's
probably gonna
so
break their friendship, right?
inspiring. If Ted Grant came back, then I have a chance too. That's
Oh
what
damn.
Thank you, Courtney. Don't make me say goodbye to Chuck. We're friends now.
Yeah, that's what I expected. I mean, I feel like she should have at least told him what happened to the original JSA. And she probably should have told him about what really happened to Joey.
It doesn't make sense. Are you sure my dad wrote this?
Why?
Who else around here does? Like I'm trash. Like I'm not worth a damn.
No, Rick. You're wrong. That's not at all how I look at it.
I don't understand what is so hard. Just tell them what happened to the JSA and why you're so
You
worried.
didn't figure it out? You didn't know my parents were murdered. You didn't know about me. I gotta ask you, what the hell did Starman use you for? Because as far as I can tell, you don't do anything.
Damn. Oh, he's really starting to regret that now, isn't he?
That's great.
Oh, I like this. They're having a natural bonding moment. I like this. Because we haven't really seen the two of them bond yet. We saw a little bit of Courtney and Pat, but not a whole lot, so I really like this.
Beth! Yolanda!
For you, Courtney. If Pat asks for your staff back, are you giving it to him?
That's the question.
I didn't think so.
That man has no imagination.
Who?
My arch enemy. His digital fingerprints are all over this.
Earth to Beth, hello.
Oh, the gambler?
Someone's trying to hack into the Empire Enterprises system.
We don't need 5.
Oh, 5 including my pal Chuck.
I'm going. Anyone else?
I will.
Me too.
Oh, this is such a bad idea.
Wait!
They're gonna...
It's only a hacker, Courtney.
That hacker could have the power to melt our faces.
Incorrect.
Maybe the easiest of them all.
they're definitely underestimating him.
Does this mean I get a costume?
Oh man, Rick is not gonna like that. Oh, this is gonna be so fucking
We won't be
hilarious.
gone all night. I mean, we'll be gone for a while. We're going to...
Damn. Man, I'm really liking what they're doing with Icicle's character. Making him, like, a lot more sympathetic. Oh, shit.
I've never thought Pop-Tarts, Skittles, and Hot Fudge would go together, but this is absolutely delicious.
Hold up.
I mean, you would have won first if...
Damn, was that ice breath?
Definitely not last.
These names.
I like them.
Oh, Beth looks so awkward in that.
Chuck says his signal's still active, so yep, he's in there.
It's time to start getting answers.
Hey, follow my lead.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, this is gonna go so bad.
The goggles can see the code.
Alright, there we go. She's the tech whiz now.
Nice.
Or, well, Chuck is. Oh, they're gonna get their asses handed to them, aren't they? And they're gonna see just how dangerous this is.
Is he okay?
No, he is not. He's dead.
Let's lead them outside. We'll keep them together so we can stay together.
I can do this myself.
Game time.
Oh. Oh.
Stay down, kid.
There, how hard is that bat?
Wait! We need to stay together!
I knew that this was gonna be so bad. He's too hot-headed.
Yeah, I knew the last guy who wore that outfit.
Ooh. Oh! Damn! Does Sportsmaster have super strength? Because the only Sportsmaster that I know was from Young Justice, and he didn't have any powers. Alright, Yolanda? Okay. Oh, damn. Oh! Oh! Alright, got at least one hit. Ooh! Alright, Owlman! Okay, Rick. Oh no, he's almost out. Ooh, alright, Courtney. Okay, that was a nice transition. Yolanda is probably the only person that actually knows how to fight because of her boxing experience, but she's having a hard time against Tigress. Ooh, alright, Courtney. This is the first legitimate fight scene we've seen her in, other than the one with Brainwave. Oh, never mind. I thought he had a, like, no time limit.
That thing's heavy, huh?
Oh no! Okay, damn, that was close. Oh yeah, she's Wildcat. So she has reflex of a cat.
Come here, kitty cat.
Alright, okay, Beth.
Run!
Ooh! Okay, Courtney. Damn, she can actually fight though. Pat's gotta come in. She can't fight against both of them at the same time. Yeah, Pat's gonna have to come in the armor. Oh, that's not good. Is it gonna destroy the staff?
Oh no.
Did the staff lose all of its power? Oh shit. How did it like depower the staff? Okay, never mind. I mean, they have a better chance with them together, but... Alright, Pat coming in clutch! Oh, that was the shot from Crisis! Don't tell me that's gonna end here. Don't tell me. Okay, good.
It's over. I mean, that's gotta be kind of frustrating.
So frustrating.
Even maybe a little annoying.
Yep.
A lot annoying.
Yeah, he's talking about her.
I see what you did there.
Man. Alright, this might be one of my favorite episodes.
Feel for you.
Alright, guys, so that was Stargirl Season 1, Episode 6. Pretty good episode. I really liked this. It was pretty predictable. Like, I knew that they were gonna get their asses handed to them. I mean, Sportsmaster and Tigress were there and killed some of the original members of the JSA Society. So I'm very curious to see how this new dynamic is gonna go. I do like how paced this episode was. And I'm very curious about a couple things, like Artemis and the pen. Like, they gave the pen, like, this time they gave the pen a more close-up shot. So I'm wondering if the pen is going to come into play here. And I'm very curious, like, because they've given that pen quite a bit of focus lately. So I'm wondering, could they get a new Johnny Thunder? That's his name, right? Johnny Thunder? I think, let's see, I can't remember what episode it was, but I remember, Courtney's brother mentioned someone, I can't remember the name, but I think in the comics that person was Johnny Thunder. But anyway, this was a great episode. The New Justice Society working together was pretty good. I also did like what they did with Rick in this episode, you know. He kind of reminds me a lot of he's basically the Superboy of this team. Like, he's the hothead diving in headfirst without plan. So yeah, they need to learn how to work properly as a team, which I really did like. And it looks like the journal is going to come into play here because they're putting more focus on the journal, so it might have like some secrets or something. Because Rex did survive the attack at the JSA mansion. So that journal probably has like some secrets or something that could beat them. And I really did like how they utilized Beth, since Beth has like no combat experience whatsoever. Like Yolanda and Courtney seem to have the best seem to be the best in terms of hand-to-hand combat so far. I think it's because mainly Courtney. I really like how they utilize Courtney's fighting style, because I know that Courtney has a gymnastics background, so I liked how they utilize her gymnastic movements into her fight choreography. I thought that was kind of cool. And I also like the Yolanda fight. It seems like Yolanda and Courtney probably have the most. Well, actually, no. Yolanda probably does have the most fighting experience, since gymnastics isn't really hand-to-hand combat. So I'm very curious. I think Rick might have some fighting experience, but that's like street level stuff, so that's almost nothing. So I'm very curious to see how they're gonna train, because they could train together, but at the same time, I feel like it would be more beneficial if they had someone to train them. But at the same time, it's a lot more interesting because they have to do everything on their own. The only person they really have to look out for them is Pat. So very curious to see how all this goes. And that was a really cool shot, because they took that shot from Crisis. Actually, no, I think someone told me in the comments if they had Stargirl filmed before Crisis, because that was the exact same scene they used for the Crisis cameo. But yeah, I'm glad that Pat came in clutch here. And if Pat actually fought, if they hadn't ran, they would have gotten Tigress and a Sportsmaster. So it looks like the Injustice Society pretty much has most of their plan completed, except for Brainwave. So I think that's where Henry is going to come in. I feel like since Brainwave is in a coma, they're going to try and get in Henry into the Injustice Society. That's my theory. Because in the last, I think it was the last episode, we actually got a little tease that Henry might be starting to develop his powers. And Cameron's starting to develop his powers, because we did see when he blew out the candle, there was a bit of the freeze breath effect, the sound effect, so that's probably going to come into play. I think it would be a cool twist if Cameron does join the JSA. I think that would be kind of cool, like it goes against what his dad's doing. Excuse me. Henry, I think it will be a very interesting arc for him to join the JSA, but I can also see him turning into a bad guy. Yeah. I liked how they gave more focus to Sportsmaster and Tigress. I feel like they went a little excessive on the coaches. I mean, at least they're supportive parents, I guess, but still. But I'm very curious to see how everything in the rest of the season goes. Let's see, what else is there? I don't really think there is anything else to really discuss. I'm still curious how they're gonna train, because they don't really have an actual martial arts or hand-to-hand combat instructor. Like, there is no Black Canary yet. Who knows? Maybe Black Canary exists out here somewhere. Maybe in this version she never joined the JSA, because I think in one incarnation the Black Canary was a part of the JSA, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm very curious for them to get into more of the history behind the JSA and the ISA, because like I said in my intro talk, I do want to see at least one episode focus on the past with the JSA and the ISA, because that would be pretty cool. And I want them to fully confirm that. I mean, it's pretty clear, but I want them to fully confirm that Starman is Courtney's dad. I'm very curious to see if, or I guess when, because I have a feeling that Barbara is going to find out that Courtney is Stargirl, and that's going to be a very interesting dynamic between her, Courtney, and Pat. And yeah, I also am still very curious to see how the dynamic is going to evolve, because it looks like they're now going to get closer together as a team. So yeah, like I said, so far, Yolanda and Rick are my favorite characters so far, just because they were written a lot better than Courtney. Courtney is still growing on me. It's not that I don't like her as a protagonist. I think she's a good protagonist. She just isn't the most interesting character out of the entire cast because she, like I said in the other reactions, she has the pretty much the generic traits of a protagonist superhero. So yeah, I want to get see more into Pat's backstory. Hopefully, we get a more Pat centric episode. That'd be really cool. And yeah, like I said, I'm very curious to see how Henry and Cameron are gonna fit into the plot. I'm also curious what they're gonna do with Artemis because they actually gave her a surprising amount of screen time. And in this episode, granted, it wasn't a whole lot. It was just the simple school stuff. So I'm very curious to see what they're gonna do with her character, because I think in the comics, Artemis it does eventually become Tigress, but maybe they could go the Young Justice route and make her a good version of Tigress. Who knows? I could definitely see that happening. But yeah, I'm also wondering if they're gonna go the route like introduce Cheshire, because I know in Young Justice, Cheshire and Artemis are related, are sisters, but I don't know if that's in the comics. Someone tell me in the comment section below. Yeah, I'm very curious to see the other ISA members that we haven't seen yet, or haven't gotten a whole lot of focus yet. There was Dragon King, and I'm very curious to see a lot more Dragon King, because so far Ice Skull is cool and all, but so far Dragon King looks the most intimidating of all the members of the ISA. And yeah. Another thing that I did forget to mention is that there was a piece of dialogue saying that the Fiddler's husband could have gotten Brainwave out of there, so it's probably indicating that the new Fiddler probably is most likely not as powerful as someone. So I thought that was interesting, and I'm very curious to see some of the other ISA members. I don't know if have we seen all the ISA members so far on screen. I don't think, have we? I'm not sure. I'm also curious to see what Dragon King is up to, because Dragon King wanted the wizard's body, so I'm very curious to see what he's going to do with that. That's probably going to come into play later on, because that just doesn't seem like throwaway dialogue. Yeah, I'm also interested to see if we're going to see other members of the JSA, because like I said, they've given the Lantern a bit of screen time. Like, out of everything that Courtney could have taken, other than, the main suits that we've seen in the promo material, she also took the pen and the lantern, but didn't take that. It doesn't seem like she has taken the helmet of fate and the Flash helmet. So I'm wondering if maybe in season 2 we could see more JSA members, because that would be really cool. We could see Dr. Fate. Also, I did forget that Dr. Fate was shown in live action before in Smallville, because I always seem to forget about Smallville. I think it's mainly because I haven't watched that show all the way through. I've only seen bits and pieces of. I have seen the JSA arc like on YouTube, and that Dr. Fate was pretty cool. But yeah, I think it would be really cool for them to introduce more JSA characters. But yeah, overall this was a pretty good episode. So far. Was definitely not a successful mission for them, but I think they needed this. They needed to learn about the actual stakes. They haven't. I feel like they still need one more failed mission and one of them needs to get hurt, just so they can grasp the real stakes of being a superhero. And I think Pat needs to actually go tell them all in detail what actually happened that night, because he was there. He saw our man lives somehow. Like, I thought he had like a big ass hole in his chest, but he saw Starman, Dr. Midnight, and so many other characters die. Wildcat, and those are the only people that we saw on screen. We could have potentially seen other characters. There are definitely other characters there, because there was some green flames, so maybe that was Green Lantern. We didn't even see Dr. Fate fight. I have a very hard time believing that those characters could take down Dr. Fate, in my opinion. Because if Dr. Fate somehow died, I don't know. I don't know if I buy that. I think Dr. Fate's still alive. Because it just... Dr. Fate's just too OP of a character to go down by someone like Icicle and Brainwave. Like, I don't even think they even have a magic user on their team. Yeah, I don't think they do. I don't think the... No, not the Shade. I think the Shade isn't even a magic user. I don't think he just controls shadows. But, yeah. I'm very curious to see more of the story play out. Because if Dr. Fate died, that's a little disappointing just because of how powerful Dr. Fate is. I definitely want to see Dr. Fate and Green Lantern. Like I said, post in the comments the difference between Adam... fuck, I almost said Adam Warlock. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? Alan Scott, not Adam. Alan Scott's Green Lantern. Someone told me the difference between Alan Scott's Green Lantern and the modern Green Lanterns like Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, John Stewart, and all those Green Lanterns. Because I know there's a significant difference. The only one I can think of at the top of my head is that I'm pretty sure Alan Scott's Green Lantern had a weakness to wood. I don't know about the essence of yellow because I know that was a big thing with the modern Green Lantern. I know he's not as powerful though. Someone tell me in the comments like the difference between the two because I'm very curious, because it does seem like they're setting enough for them to get a replacement Green Lantern. Because even Pat said the ring is gone, so I'm wondering if it's gonna be more like the modern Green Lantern where it flies off back to Oa, or if it just flies off to some other person on Earth and it just doesn't go to Oa. I'm not too sure. Someone tell me, like I said, someone educate me on the mythos of the Alan Scott Green Lantern, because I only know about the modern Green Lantern like Hal Jordan and John Stewart because I grew up with those characters, and Kyle Rayner through comics. So like I said, comment it down below. And yeah, there's nothing really much to discuss. Yeah, I've been rambling on for 14 minutes now. 14 minutes now. So yeah, before I go, movie reactions are going on Saturdays. I just need to find a actual time and place for that. And yeah. Also, if you guys follow any of the bigger reactor channels, Chainsaw Reacts did do a live stream. I was in that live stream talking about ReactorCon, and he even said that smaller reactors can go there. So I might attend. I just need to know like the actual time everything's going to be on, because I need to know that for my scheduling, because I still have work. So that might mess with that schedule, but hopefully I could, because that would be really cool, because I would love to meet face, not like in person, but like talk with some of these bigger reactors, because like a lot of these bigger reactors were my inspiration to make reaction videos, so that'll be pretty cool. So we'll see about ReactorCon. I just need to see more news announced. Also, I will be using Fridays for more, until I can find an actual show to replace Fridays. If you guys have a show to suggest me to watch, post in the comments, or on the discussion tab if you're watching this on desktop. I'll be mainly using Fridays on video suggestions, just anything. It could be any reaction or any video. Like, for example, I've been getting a lot of requests from, not even going to attempt to pronounce that. I'll put the comment up here right now. Of he or she suggested to put to do more ranking videos, because I did a couple ranking videos in the past, but I haven't really done a whole lot of those now, and I'll be down to do those, rank like all the season premieres of The Flash and so on and so forth, and just ranking videos. In fact, I was planning on doing a ranking video for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which should be up on Wednesday with that reaction. But anyway, guys, I've been rambling on long enough, so that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications to don't miss any future content. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. And yeah, before I end it, tell me in the comments what you guys' thoughts on the episode was, and what are your theories. I'd like to get that discussion rolling, because I have my own theories, and I'd like to discuss that with you guys, because I just like to discuss all things DC. So yeah, that's great for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction. See you guys later.